Yuka, before we get married, I wanted to ask you something very important.
Yeah? What is it?
It's about my mom.
Your mom?
Yeah. You know how my dad died a while ago, right? And now she's all alone, and I don't want to leave her by herself, so I was thinking, maybe we could move in with her when we get married. What do you think?
She seemed like a pretty normal person when I met her the other day, so I guess it should be fine. Well, if that's what you want, then let's do it.
Really? Oh my god, this is so great! Thank you so much, Yuka! This is gonna be great for Mom! And plus, she really enjoys being with you, so...
Oh, is that so? Well, I'm glad to hear that. I was worried that she may not really like me.
What are you talking about? Why would she not like you? You're kind and humble, and there's nothing to hate about you.
Thanks, that means a lot. So, we're going to be moving in with your mom, right?
Yeah, I'll tell my mom the news when I get back today.
My name is Yuka Kashima. Kenta and I got married a couple of weeks after that conversation. And now we've been married for 3 months. Right now, I'm a stay-at-home home wife, and everything might seem like they're going pretty well, but trust me, they're not. My life has been a nightmare recently, and this is why.
Yuka, why are you slacking off again? You need to clean the house right away.
I'm sorry, I'll get on it right away.
Do I have to tell you to do everything?
Well, no, I was going to do it. You just beat me to it.
You liar! You got married with my son because you were so incompetent at your job and wanted to quit, didn't you? You should be out there working like my son to bring in money for the family. I can't believe you're just fine with staying at home all day.
But Kenta was the one that told me I could stay at home and take care of the house during the day. He also said that he wanted me to look after you since he was worried about you. And besides, you were on board with me becoming a stay-at-home wife. Why have you changed your mind so suddenly?
That's because I thought you were going to be a more competent worker. If I had known that you were useless, I wouldn't have agreed to you staying home every day. God, I don't know what my son was doing marrying someone like you. I trusted him when he said that you were a really smart and kind girl, but he could not have been more wrong. And besides, just because Kenta supports your decision to stay home all day, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be helping with chores. There's plenty of work here for you to do, you know. Now get to work, damn it. Can't you see how messy this room is right now? God, I can't believe how inefficient you are. Have some shame.
And that's when my mother-in-law grabbed a bucket of water and poured it all over me. Whoa!
This is your fault, you know. You shouldn't have been slacking off all day. And if you don't want something like this to happen to you again, then you better get to work before I have to remind you. When I got married with my husband, I was far more competent than you. No one ever had to tell me to get my chores done, since I was always on top of things. Why did you have to marry into this family, huh? God must hate me or something, because this is just an unbearable punishment.
And this has been going on for the past 3 months. And the worst part about this was that she was doing a good job hiding the bullying from Kenta.
Yuka, I don't think this is very good. It tastes terrible, actually.
Wait, really? Did I screw up again?
Yeah, it's so bitter and salty. Are you trying to kill me or something?
No.
The stuff you cook is always like this. It's either too salty or too unseasoned. I can't believe you expect me to finish this garbage.
I'm really sorry, but I did everything according to the recipe. I don't know where I messed up.
Shut up. I don't want to hear your stupid excuses. God, this is just too much to deal with. What do you think, Kenta?
Yeah, I have to agree with my mom on this one. I think you should practice more and learn to cook better.
You really think so too?
We're still pretty young and can eat salty stuff, but my mom isn't young anymore. You really need to pay more attention to her health and what you feed her. Please?
Sure. I'm really sorry. What the hell is Kenta thinking? Why is he always on her side and never on mine? And am I going to have to deal with this every day for the rest of my life? I love Kenta, I really do, but this is too stressful. I can't keep living like this for much longer. And to relieve some of my stress and make a living for myself, I decided to start a job where I could work from home every day. I obviously didn't tell my mother-in-law about this though. I used to study all kinds of languages, so I decided to start an independent translation business. And it didn't take long for people to start seeking my services. And before I knew it, I was making a bunch of money every month. This meant that I could get a divorce with Kenta at any time and still have something to fall back on. That gave me a lot of confidence, and I decided to talk about my feelings and what's been going on lately with Kenta. Hey, Kenta, I wanted to talk to you about something. Can I have a minute?
Sure, what's up?
It's about your mother. And so, I told him the truth about how she had been bullying me when he was away at work every day. When I was done, Kenta looked super shocked. I guess he never knew about any of this. And you always side with her, and that's been really stressful to watch as well. I don't think I can keep doing this for much longer.
I'm so sorry. I knew my mother was being a bit hard on you, but I thought that was because she cared about you. But I guess I was completely wrong this entire time.
Yeah, but I can't deal with this anymore. I'm really sorry.
No, don't apologize. This isn't your fault, it's Mom's, and I'm sorry for not being able to step in earlier. I really didn't know that this was happening.
No, it's fine. You were willing to hear me out, so I'm grateful for that.
Wait, is this why you started working from home? To distract yourself from Mom's bullying?
Yeah, and to tell you the truth, if you would have kept on siding with your mother, then I was going to get a divorce with you. The situation was that dire for me.
Oh my god, please, don't say that word anymore. I'm obviously always going to have your back, honey. I'll talk to my mother about this right away, and then we can move out of this place as soon as possible and cut ties with her completely.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, she's my mother, and I love her, but I can't forgive her for bullying the person I love most in this world, and there's no way I would ever prioritize her over you.
Kenta, thank you so much. That means everything to me. I'm really glad you feel the same way that I do. To be honest with you, I was really scared because I thought you might choose your mother over me. I don't know what I would have done if you did that. But anyway, your mom might actually try to stop us from moving out.
You might be right. All right. We can tell her that we're moving out after we sign a lease with an apartment then. Do you think you'll be able to survive until then?
Yeah, I should be able to do that. Thank you. And so, after that conversation, we immediately started preparing to move out from our house.
Mom, we've had enough. We're going to move out now, and I don't want you coming near us ever again.
Huh? What are you talking about, son? Where is all this coming from?
You've been treating Yuka like crap, haven't you? She told me all about what you've been doing to her. We can't take it anymore.
What? That's ridiculous. I haven't done anything to her. She's lying to you. How can you not see that?
There's no way Yuka would ever lie to me like that. You need to apologize to her right now for everything that you did.
No way. I'm never going to apologize to her. I haven't done anything wrong. And besides, this is all her fault. If she didn't want me to yell at her, she should have done the chores better. It's not my fault she's useless.
But Yuka has been the best wife that I could ever ask for. She's done all of the chores perfectly, and I don't have any complaints. You always nitpick, but I think the meals she cooks are great too. And the only reason I told her to make changes was because you seem to be really bothered by it. I always thought her cooking was spot on.
Well, if that's what you actually think, you should have said that before things got really messy. But I guess I'll give him a pass because he's standing up for me right now. I'm just gonna see how things go from here.
I would have been willing to reconsider this if you would have apologized to Yuka, but you're a lost cause. We can't live with you anymore, so we're moving out. Goodbye.
But why do you have to go with her? You should just get a divorce with this lying bitch and stay here. You don't have to go with her.
I married her because I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her, and so leaving her is not an option. Anyway, we're going now, so goodbye forever.
No, please, Kenta. You can't leave me here alone. You can't do this to me.
Kenta's mom tried her best to stop us, but it was no use. We weren't willing to listen to her at all, so we walked out of the house and made our way to our new apartment, which was far away from where we used to live. Kenta's mother called his phone a couple of times, but he hung up every single time. He said he wasn't going to talk to her ever again. I'm so glad my husband was willing to listen to me and to stand up against his own mother on my behalf. And for the next few years, we spent our lives peacefully. We had our baby, and everything was going well. I think Kenta's mom is barely hanging in there, surviving off her Social Security checks and the money her husband left for her. I guess she should be glad that she still has a roof over her head. And as time went on, I was starting to forget about her entirely. But one day, Kenta said this to me.
Yuka, I need to talk to you about something.
Oh yeah, sure. What is it?
It's my mom. She's in the hospital right now.
Oh really? What happened? Is she sick? Or was she in an accident or something?
They said it was TB. Apparently, it's not that bad, but she's gonna have to deal with it for the rest of her life. They told me that someone's gonna have to take care of her until she dies.
Wow, that sounds rough. I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. I don't really know what to do. I know we cut ties entirely a few years ago, but she's still my mom. I'm gonna have to pay for her hospital bills too. So I just don't think I should keep on pushing her away like I'm doing right now, you know? It's just not healthy.
Sure, I get that. Her situation does sound really bad, and I would hate if this happened to my own parents. But the 3 months I spent with her were absolutely terrible, and I never wanted to have to go through that hell again. And so, I don't want to have to spend another second with her. Ever. I'm not strong enough to be able to do that.
I stopped by her hospital earlier after work. She looked really sick. It was tough seeing her like that. I could just tell that she's gone through a lot over the past few years. And when I saw her like that, I knew I had to do something for her, you know? And she said she wanted to apologize to you for everything she did. She probably learned how important we were to her life after she lost us. And she didn't look like she was lying either, so I have to ask, do you think you'll be able to forgive her? And I promise you that she's never going to say those mean things to you ever again. I swear on my life.
Are you being serious right now?
Huh?
I'm sorry, but I don't want to see your mother ever again. I just don't. She did and said terrible things to me. I know you weren't there to witness everything she did to me, but I assure you that they were terrible. I don't even want to think about it if I'm being honest with you. So I don't want to spend another second with her. Not after I finally managed to get away from her. And I don't believe for a second that she feels bad about what she did. She's just saying those things because she needs your help. I doubt that she actually regrets what she did to me.
Well,
And besides, you're the one that said you were going to cut all ties with your mom. I was impressed when you stood up for me all those years ago, but have you changed your mind now? So you're just going to pick her over me, huh? I thought you chose me because you loved me and wanted to protect me. I guess I was wrong.
Well, no, of course you're important to me. But my mother, she's very important to me too. She's my mother, for God's sake. And I know this isn't the best news for you. I get that. And I feel bad for even having to bring up her name with you. But she's my family. I don't know how long she'll be with us. So I think I should have the right to see her as much as I want to.
Well, that's fine. If you want to see her, then go see her. Just don't bring me into this. I want nothing to do with her. There's no reason for me to go with you.
Then who's gonna take care of her, huh?
What?
Oh, shoot!
And in that moment, I realized why he wanted me to forgive her so badly. He wants me to become her personal caretaker until she dies. How ridiculous is that? I can't believe he would try to do that to me. Maybe I'm being a bit selfish, but I'm not going to let my husband turn me into a glorified maid for his mother. I know how you feel now, but I'm going to tell you this. I'm never, ever going to take care of your mother again. Never, ever. I would be willing to consider it if she was nice to me, but she wasn't. In fact, she treated me like crap. So I'm not going to take care of her. You can try taking care of her by yourself. See how that goes. You're her son. Just keep me out of this.
Oh, come on, honey!
Besides, I'm already busy raising our son. I obviously don't have the time to take care of another human being. How can't you see that? I guess you don't know what I'm going through because you don't care. You never help out with any of the chores. You just leave for work every day, come back, and go to bed. I know you're busy with work, but I'd appreciate it if you helped me out with raising your own son. God, I can't believe I have to say this. And this is your mother we're talking about here. I shouldn't have to take care of her. That's not my responsibility.
How could you ever say that? You're my wife! Taking care of my parents is one of your responsibilities, damn it! Stop trying to cheat your way out of this!
I'm not cheating my way out of anything.
Besides, who do you think is putting food on the table, huh? It's obviously me! Why can't you just do as I say? I think I get why my mom hates you so much now!
What the hell? So you're blaming me now? You stood up for me years ago, so you just changed your mind?
That's because that was way back when we just got married! I still had love for you, you know? But now, you're nothing more than a personal maid to me!
A personal maid? That's ridiculous. Well, I guess I know how you actually feel about me now. But why do you think that about me?
Well, can you blame me? Ever since we had our son, all you ever talk about is raising our kid. I was obviously going to lose love for you. This isn't my fault, you know.
What the hell are you even talking about? You're the absolute worst. You're the one that said you wanted a kid. Don't tell me you forgot about that already. Why are you all of a sudden acting like you didn't want one, huh? This isn't fair.
Why? Well, it's simple. I just don't love you anymore. My job is to work during the day and put food on the table. Your job is to do all the chores around the house and raise our son. That makes sense, doesn't it? But all you ever do is complain about your responsibilities. Taking care of my mom is part of your responsibilities too, damn it!
So you only see me as a personal maid, huh? I really can't believe you. This is just ridiculous.
Hey, watch it! I could always get a divorce with you, you know? There's nothing stopping me right now.
Sure, go ahead then. Get a divorce with me. You don't love me anymore, right? Well, I don't love you either, so good riddance.
Ha! Finally, we agree on something. You need to get out of this home then. You're no longer welcome here.
You don't have to tell me what to do. I was gonna leave anyway. But man, now that you've lost me, who's going to take care of your mother now, huh?
It's fine. I have options, unlike you. I'm good at my job, and I'm also handsome. I'll have plenty of suitors after I get rid of you, and all I have to do is marry someone else and make them take care of my mom for me. It's as easy as that.
God, you're really the worst. Women aren't your personal slaves, you know. I guess you turned out to be just like your mother. Whatever, I'm done with you. Sign these divorce papers right now and we can be done with this. And so, we signed the divorce papers and we handed it into the government right away. I packed my things as quickly as possible and headed back to my parents' place. I can't believe I was married to that asshole this whole time. I just completely wasted my time with him, didn't I? God, I should have never married that man. I regret everything. And he didn't even try to take custody of our son. I guess he didn't care about him at all. He's just the worst person ever.
You're right. I thought he was a good man that was going to make you happy, but I couldn't have been more wrong.
Yuka, you better make sure he pays your son's child support, all right? Of course. And I'm gonna raise my son into a good man. I'm gonna do my best to make sure he doesn't end up becoming like his father. I'm gonna make that bastard regret everything he said and did to me. Just you wait. But that's when I got a call from Kenta out of the blue. Maybe he wants to talk to me about the child support? Hello?
Yuka! You have to come home right now!
Huh? Why?
Because I was wrong. I don't want to get a divorce with you. So please come back to me. I'll do anything. I'll even treat you with respect from now on. So please, and forget about my mom. I'm gonna take care of her myself. And I'm also gonna put her in a retirement home soon. So you don't have to worry about her at all.
Wait, I don't understand. We're already divorced. Why would I ever come back to you? You're not making any sense. And besides, you signed those divorce papers too, remember? You can't just pretend like that never happened, you know?
But I need you to come back, please!
But why the sudden change? I thought you wanted nothing to do with me. You hate me because I don't fulfill my responsibilities properly, right? And now you're begging me to come back? What's going on?
I was wrong, all right? I'm sorry. I didn't actually mean the things I said to you. I just said those things in the heat of the moment. You have to understand. Please forgive me. I love you. I've always loved you, and I still love you. So we can start over. We can rebuild our relationship. And this time, I swear that I'll make you happy.
This is so weird. He's definitely hiding something from me. I'm sorry, but I can't get back together with you just because you regret the things you said to me. I just don't love you anymore. I really don't. And please, don't call me anymore. I'm busy unlike you, and talking to you is a complete waste of time.
Wait, please, don't leave me. Don't do this to me, honey. I need you. I really need you. Please just give me another chance.
Then you've got to tell me why you're trying to get back together with me.
What do you mean?
You're hiding something from me, aren't you? I just know that you are. You need to tell me what you're hiding if you want me to consider getting back together with you.
No, that's not...
All right, fine then. I guess we're not going to get back together anymore then. I don't love you anymore, so goodbye. But if you're willing to tell me why you want to get back with me, then I'll consider it.
Really? Do I have your word then? Well, to tell you the truth, I really need some money right now. So I just wanted to borrow some money from you.
Money? If money's what you want, then why do you want to get back with me? That doesn't make any sense. Those two things have nothing to do with each other.
So you're saying that you're willing to lend me money without us getting back together? Oh my god, you're a saint!
I never said I was going to lend you any money. I was just asking why you wanted to get back together with me is all.
Because if we get married again, then I get control of all your assets.
What?
When you're married with someone, you can use your partner's money freely, right? It doesn't matter who brings in the money. I used to give you some of my money, remember? It's just like that. I just need you to do the opposite of that and give me some of your money.
Wait, hold on. I've never used your money freely before, though. You just gave me enough to pay the bills and buy food for ourselves, so that's what I spent your money on. And besides, after I started working from home, I never used a cent of your money for personal reasons. You seriously think that I used to use your money freely? Get out of here!
That's not true! When we were married, you always cooked whatever you wanted to eat. That's basically the same thing as using my money freely.
What?
That's why I have the right to spend your money freely, just like you used to do with mine. That makes sense, right?
But you were handing me that money because I needed to pay our bills. It's not like I took the money from you so I could do whatever I wanted with it. And besides, the only reason I was choosing the menu every day was because you told me that I could cook whatever I wanted to.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. And I heard from someone that you're making as much as I do nowadays through your job. So it doesn't hurt to help your ex-husband out a little now, does it? I deserve this, don't you think?
What? Of course not. You don't deserve anything. All you've done is cause trouble for me. You never took care of me, ever, and now you're pretending like you deserve my money? You were always very, very selfish. You never finish your meals, and for lunch every day, I had to eat your leftovers. You know how degrading that feels? And you always said that you'd help me out with the chores on the weekends, but when the weekend rolls around, you say that you actually can't because you're too tired from work. You even made me carry your stuff when we went out on dates, even though I was pregnant.
Well, I'm sorry about all that, all right? But you have to understand, I was tired from work every day, okay? I couldn't help it.
Well, sure. I wasn't going out every day to work, but that's only because I was pregnant. I've always had a job just like you know. And you always came home late smelling like beer. I bet the reason you always were so tired was because you always went out for drinks with your colleagues after work.
Well, yeah, I drank with my colleagues a lot, but...
See? You were always the one spending money on unnecessary stuff. But besides, why do you even need the money to begin with? You're gonna have to pay child support from now on. It doesn't make sense for you to not have money. What's going on?
Well, how do I put this? My girlfriend was married, you know? And her husband found out, and now he wants me to pay him for what I did.
What? Your girlfriend? What the hell are you talking about right now? Explain yourself.
Oh, shoot. So you never realized, huh? That's crazy. But yeah, I've been cheating on you for about 6 months now. I can't believe you never noticed. I thought our relationship was quite obvious.
6 months ago? So you've been cheating on me for that long?
Yeah, that's right. She's actually very beautiful, unlike you. She was a wonderful woman. Dating her was an absolute dream come true.
I see. So that's why you want my money, huh? I get it now.
Well, I'm not trying to take your money or anything. I just want to borrow some. I'll give it back eventually, I promise. So could you lend me about $30,000? You can just deposit it into my account later. Thanks.
Nope, I refuse. I'm not going to give you a single cent. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make you pay damages to me too.
Huh? What are you talking about? We're already divorced. You obviously can't do that anymore.
That's so funny. So you think I can't seek damages from you just because we're divorced? That's ridiculous. I have every legal right to do so, didn't you know that? And I recorded this conversation, so I have all the evidence I need now. My lawyer should be in contact with you in the coming days, so make sure you don't just go off running.
What? You're lying. You can't do this to me.
Stop being so stupid. You just exposed yourself, and now you're gonna have to pay the price for it. But thank you for telling me about your affair, honey. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna get a lot of money from you now.
No way!
Kenta immediately hung up from the call. Like that's going to do anything for him. But man, I'm so glad I recorded that phone call. And so, I immediately contacted my lawyer and demanded Kenta to compensate me financially for cheating on me. He then ran away and stopped answering my calls, so my lawyer went to his office to hand him the demand letter in person. That's why everyone at his office knows about his affair now. Eventually, he even got demoted for it. But he's never gotten promoted before, so I guess that doesn't hurt him too much. If you couldn't tell, he's really incompetent at his job. And so, now that Kenta had to pay both his girlfriend's husband and me, he went bankrupt and had to borrow money from some shady people to make ends meet. That just put him in a worse situation though. Kenta's company doesn't allow their employees to have any side gigs, so he's gonna struggle a lot when it comes to paying everyone back. Oh, and apparently his mom got better and managed to get out of the hospital. But now, she's suffering from dementia and needs someone to take care of her 24/7. Kenta doesn't have the money to put her in a retirement home though, so he has to take care of her every day.
Why is this happening to me?
I didn't think I'd be able to get my revenge on Kenta this quickly. But when I think about the situation he's in, I can't help but feel a little bad about it. Oh, who am I kidding? I don't feel bad at all. He got what he deserved. His mother as well, for that matter. And now, I'm starting a new life with my son. I'm going to make sure to take care of him the best I can now. And a few years later, I got married with a man that actually loves me and cares about me. I ended up getting a baby with him, and our newly established family is living happily now. I hope things stay this way forever.